Hey guys, it's me, Johnny Crims 2000 here, and welcome back to Let's Play Forgotten Worlds. This is part 3, the third and final part of my Let's Play of this game. And what the hell is that? What the... Yeah, that's a very strange thing. I don't know what that is, so don't ask me. It's some random giant old man with yellow skin, apparently, that just popped out from the bottom of the screen. I don't know what it is. We're talking about Forgotten Worlds here. This thing is strange. Apparently trees are growing on... honestly, I don't know if that's supposed to be snow or if that's if we're still in the clouds. I don't know. This game is weird. I know I sound like a broken record player when I keep saying things like, "Oh, this game is strange and weird and bizarre." But really though, how else can you describe it? I will say it's better than other games because, somebody had to think up all this stuff. Like who thinks up, in my opinion, this has a lot more originality than something like Assassin's Creed or Call of Duty, because Call of Duty, I mean, what's the most that somebody has to do? They take pictures of real-life locations and then just go up to their 3D designers and say, make this 3D, and that's it. There's nothing else that you have to, be creative about. By the way, this is the most original naming boss in the entire game. Are you ready? This is called Iceman. Yeah, we're fighting Bobby Drake from the X-Men. No, I'm just kidding. But seriously though, this guy's a pushover. All you have to do is shoot, shoot, shoot. And when all his spikes are gone, hoo-yah, that's it. That is literally it. I mean, these bosses in this game, they're not all terribly that hard. I mean, obviously I'm saying this because we have, I'm playing in 2-player, and we have infinite continues. But their strategy, there's really not that much. I mean, most of them is just a matter of finding out which is their weak spot and just exploiting it. And suddenly we go from serene mountaintops to volcanoes for some reason. So anyway, I do want to talk on this. This game never received a sequel, and this game was released way back in the 80s in '88 for arcades. And it's not one of Capcom's most prolific games either. But for whatever reason, Capcom still remembers this game, the characters especially, because they have returned in future installments, or not future installments, but future games made by Capcom. The first one was the Unknown Soldier Blue, which is my character, the blonde guy in blue pants. He appeared in Marvel vs. Capcom as a helper character. I'm sure a lot of like fighting game players and fans who played that game were probably wondering just who the heck this guy with a machine gun was, and the fact is he came from this game, Forgotten Worlds. The characters, I can't remember if it was just the Unknown Soldiers or if Selphie also appeared, but they reappeared in Capcom World 2, which is basically this kind of strange trivia game. Just try to imagine all those trivia games that you see in places like Dave & Buster's and, those kind of places with games and dinner and things like that. They often have a lot of trivia games, but obviously it's like real trivia, like almost like Jeopardy type questions. Capcom World 2 and Capcom World were essentially just that. Like, they were trivia games, but they only pertained to like Capcom related things. So they'd ask you questions about, let's say, about Street Fighter, or Devil May Cry, or things like that. And Capcom World 2 in particular had appearances by a lot of Capcom characters like Strider. They had Street Fighter. I can't remember if they also had Mega Man. I don't think so though. Of course, these guys also reappeared in Card Fighters Clash, and for some reason, a lot of characters from both SNK and Capcom appeared in that game, so it's no surprise. And god damn it, Megan, stop pressing the start button. And Unknown Soldier Red and Selphie, I don't know why Blue wasn't in there, but they also reappeared in Namco Cross Capcom, which is an RPG game that never made it, unfortunately, out of Japan. To this day, I'm still bitter about that. And this is one of the most like WTF, what the crap is going on moments. All of a sudden, we're fighting giant, giant red and blue men in thongs, and a lot of you may be wondering just what the heck is going on. You'd be right to think so, but there's actually a little bit of trivia concerning these two. These guys were actually modeled after two characters from the anime Hokuto no Ken, which for you English-speaking folks out there may know it as Fist of the North Star. These two were actually modeled after the two characters known as Raiga and Fuga. So there is your bit of trivia for today. I remember when I first played this game and I saw those two guys, I was just like, what the crap is going on? As if this game couldn't get any more strange. But yeah, they're actually modeled after characters from Fist of the North Star. Personally, I've never really gotten into that series. Well, I shouldn't say that, because that would assume that I've actually watched at least an episode of that series. I don't know why. I need to go ahead and find a way to watch that series, because I keep hearing a lot about it, and I'm assuming that it's kind of like a very pivotal anime for whatever reason. I'm assuming it's because it's, you know, old and like very action oriented and things like that. But I really don't know much about it. The same could be said for something like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I've played the game, I've played the fighting games, I like them, but I don't know much about the anime itself. Fist of the North Star is sort of similar. It's had games that were released over here in America way back in the days of like the NES and stuff like that. But I never knew what the anime was about. Sometimes I didn't even know the game was based off of an anime, quite frankly. Sometimes it just had to deal with the fact that they censored it and they didn't make an attempt to really connect it to the anime. You saw that a lot in the early days of gaming, or not gaming, but like the days of the NES and the Super NES, where they ported over some sort of a game that was based off of the anime, but for whatever reason the anime still hadn't appeared over here in the United States, so they censored it. Say, what? This isn't based off of an anime, what are you talking about? But yeah, here we go, guys. This is the final level of this game, of Forgotten Worlds. It is a vertical level, and you can tell that it's the final game because holy crap, Batman, there is so much crap flying all over the place. I will mention here that this game also contains a special item known as the Yashimi. Oh god, what is it called? It's not Yashimi, it's Yashichi. Yashichi, I don't know what it's called. It's this little thing that Capcom puts into all, I shouldn't say all their games, but they put them a lot in these early arcade type games. They've also put it in Mega Man games. I know for a fact there's one in Mega Man 1. I remember for sure that there's one in Mega Man 1. And the Yashichi is like this 4-pointed star that's in a red circle. And in this game it restores all your life. I can't remember if we actually have already collected it, or if we've passed it, or if... I don't think it's going to show up here, unfortunately, but it is present here. If you see it and you've played other Capcom arcade type games, or even if you've played Mega Man 1, and you've collected it, you'll know what I'm talking about. In Mega Man 1, it pretty much did the same thing. It restored all your health, and I believe it restored all your weapon health as well. It was in the final level in that game, I think. But it's one of those weird things, you know, one of those little gags by Capcom that they put it all over the place. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. So here we go, we're stocking up here on more stuff. Well, I am. Megan kind of just, like, you know, she has everything she needs, and for some reason, as soon as we come back, she comes back at the bottom of the screen. I don't know what happened there. And one of the things that I want to talk about here as we face off against the final boss here, Emperor Bios, excuse me, is one interesting thing to note. Obviously, this probably wasn't intentional, but I like to think that it might have been. But it's interesting to note those two characters, the two boss characters from before, the guys that were based off of the, you know, the characters from Fist of the North Star. Just notice here that they're dressed, you know, they're big, muscular-looking guys, very Greek with their thongs or whatever, loincloth, I don't know what you call it, and they're colored blue and orange-red, something like that. Who else do you know that is like that? Maybe a certain character from a certain fighting game that... I'm just gonna say it looks like Gil. And and it's interesting to note here that one of Gil's specials actually has him getting wings, I believe. And oh, look at here. This is another character with wings and who has blue skin and who is incredibly overpowered and just, you know, pretty much raping us at this point. So obviously I don't think it was intentional. I'm pretty sure it's just a coincidence, but I always like to think that, you know, it's just a little bit too coincidental that two characters prior has, you know, like a thong. Gil has a thong. There's two characters before, one's blue, one's red. Gil is half blue, half red, and then this guy has wings all over the place. And Gil also has a special move where he, you know, where he gets wings. Yeah, so just wanted to mention that. And there you go, guys. We've beaten Forgotten Worlds. For some reason, me and Megan both got second place. I don't know how that works, but yeah, that was Forgotten Worlds. And here we go. The story of two heroes saving this world has become a legend, and we play for there will never be no. Is it play or pray? There, whatever. No one ever saw two heroes again, and the legend became more mystical and passed on to the people. So, as I said before, even after they've pretty much saved the entire universe, they still didn't even bother to ask them for their names. That is, unfortunately, the fate that these two will forever be connected to. We will never know their true names. You know what? I actually wouldn't mind seeing a sort of like a remake or a reboot of this game, Forgotten Worlds. I think it would look fantastic, and either have it be, you know, like this, like a 2D, but have, you know, really nice sprites, vibrant, you know, keep the vibrant colors, or if it's going to be a 3D game, for the love of God, don't make it a first-person shooter. I would rather it be a behind the back, so that you can actually see, you know, the characters and floating around and using their jetpacks. And I would love for this world to get like a 3D makeover. I think it would look amazing, just how crazy everything is. But anyway, guys, this has been Forgotten Worlds. It's a great game. Go check it out if you can. It's on Capcom Classics Collection Volume 1, so it's very easy to find nowadays. Or it's on the Wii console, the Wii Virtual Console. As you guys can see there, I have the Capcom Classics Collection Volume 1 version for PlayStation 2. But anyway, guys, that was it from me. I hope you enjoyed this playthrough. And yeah, go check it out. Forgotten Worlds is a great game. Alright, so this has been Johnny Crimson 2000, and I will see you guys in my next Let's Play. Alright, peace out. As always, if you like this video, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel if you want to get more stuff from me. In the meantime, if you like my videos, be sure to find me on Twitter, Tumblr, Raptr, and Screwattack.com to see the other gaming-related content that I upload. Info is in the description. Who knows? Maybe you'll like my stuff. Maybe. Maybe.